Greetings from California.
And greetings from New York, where it is brick AF.
It is probably in the 50s here.
I can't wait to feel those 50s next week.
It'll probably be in the 60s by then.
I can't wait because right now it is 25 degrees and it feels like 5 outside. I'm done for the day, but I was outside for most of the morning and whew, Arctic blast. No snow though, but it's just cold as F.
No, thank you.
But what's going on this week? I mean, the Robyn drama. Like
The
it's
lies,
nothing.
the lies, the lies, the lies.
The lies. You know, I did my separate video on it. You did your separate video. Like every Bravo commentator had something to say about it because we feel bamboozled and you lying on the show, like about this wedding. You're trying to bring up other people's infidelities in the group, and you got something going on in your own glass house. Then you got Neck trying to like shield her friend, even though if they had a piece, a morsel of like a rumor on another person's husband, it would have been drawn out all season.
It would have been a true plot line. And let's hold Juan accountable, because what kind of man who says I'm staying for my kids embarrasses his roommate / their mother every chance he gets? I mean, you can't pretend to like that woman on camera. And if you're treating her like that in front of everybody, that's how you're treating her in the house. And that is no example to set for your children.
I'm sorry to say, but Juan looks weathered these days, and he's no better than Michael Darby, especially with his allegations.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah. So the rumor that Karen told everyone at the table, it wasn't that woman, but it was another instance. The scene with Ashley and Robyn, when she told her, it just makes more sense now, like why he was so angry and why she kind of looked a little worried in her face.
I don't know why she called him. All he ever does is embarrass you. Why would you call him on camera? Why would you call him and give him another chance to mistreat you and mistreat you in front of everybody? You must have some type of embarrassment fetish, some type of kink. Carlos King was furious. I mean, he was saying everything but suffering succotash.
What happened to his force multiplier? The legend, Giselle Bryant.
The face of Potomac.
Your impression's getting better.
Well, I listened to him enough.
Right. You're doing the Lord's work, because I can't. I don't even look at video clips because it's just like, why don't Andy Cohen just hire him to be a Bravo correspondent?
Because he's horrible. They should hire us.
You're right. They need to hire somebody from YouTube, mostly us, but someone from YouTube.
Us, Bondi, like they need to get like the group that really has been covering them for years. They need to put all of us on different franchises, on different rotations. I'm out here so I can do Beverly Hills and Orange County. You can do New York. Bondi can go over to, you see, we got everybody covered. We getting jobs for everybody.
I really feel like Bravo definitely owes the YouTubers that do like the reviews something, like some type of roundtable show on Bravo from the fans' perspective.
And especially fans of color.
But back to Lion-ass Rob. She called people fake on the show. And what she did was just very inauthentic to me. She would do this off camera. I think she should be punished for it, just like Kenya was when she did some stuff off camera, when she had a whole wedding. What they do on Potomac, they start out in the beginning of the season like, oh, what are we going to talk about? Who are we going to expose next? Like, really? That lets me know that they're not friends. And you remember season 5, how it got just really dark when they were trying to make up that rumor about Monique? So y'all all are just plotting stuff when y'all got stuff going on. Well,
and Monique was right. Monique was right.
How could she try to like plot on people, but then just have other things going on? I just don't get that.
Well, it's because she's just not that smart. I don't think there's any other explanation except stupidity, not ignorance, which is lack of knowledge. This is stupidity. This is a lack of mental faculty. And what really interests me is, are they going to punish them this season by just firing them, just out and outright, you know what, you lied. The audience is very angry with you. Are we going to fire you or are we going to embarrass you? Because I would prefer them to come back and be embarrassed. I also think, sadly, they need to come back. One, we have unfinished business. And two, Bravo is in a casting drought right now, worse than the Hoover Dam. They can't find good cast to save their life. Mia, I mean, she's tolerable, but I could do without her. I really could do without Mia. She might get better next season, but I don't see it. They don't have two other women that can carry the show like this plot line will. We finally have a good organic plot line. We finally have a reason for Candace. Now, Candace, this is when you get in your ankle biting bag. This is when you pull out your little rat teeth and I want you to saw at their Achilles tendons. Do you hear me, Effa? I want you to get at them because they attacked your husband to protect what? A man that don't even want you? You out here lying for a man that disrespects you and embarrasses you on national television every chance you get while trying to ruin an actual happy home? Robyn, you are a feces, and you will never be anything more than a feces.
Thank you for that monologue. So, speaking of which, Robyn's fate on the show, there's a rumor going around that Andy Cohen fired her on air or fired her behind the scenes. But what happened is like when I went on Watch What Happens Live, of course they filmed Sunday earlier, like Wednesday or Thursday. So they're saying an audience member told somebody. Now, we all sign waivers and non-disclosures. So somebody got a big mouth. But I'm guessing that's just tea. Someone wanted to be the first one to report it.
I think that's a rumor.
I
could see her being on the show. I could see it being a topic of conversation, but he ain't gonna fire her in front of everybody.
But he is gonna embarrass her. I did hear that he grilled her.
I would grill her too. Also, how does Bravo feel about this? That's what I really want to know. Because I'm paying you to be on a show to tell your truth, and then you wait until the season ends and get on your platform and say, if you want the tea, pay me. I feel like some way, somehow that would put you in breach of contract because you can't tell what happens on the show before it happens. You will get in trouble for that. They talk about that all the time. Like, well, I can't say this, I can't say that. I'll get in trouble. So how are you not getting in trouble for this?
Definitely a demotion should happen. So, I mean, we shall see.
I mean, how can you demote Robyn? You can't go any lower.
I mean, Karen says she's ready for her. And I kind of want Robyn to come back just so Karen can get into that ass.
And get into gizzards too.
She ain't got nothing going on. It's the light skin privilege for me.
They have no lives. It's not that they're hiding their lives. It's that they have no lives because while you had all that free time while Juan was dipping it and doing it, why weren't you putting your face in a place? Why didn't you find some place to rest your lips and your legs?
I just want to see the marriage certificate. I don't think they got married.
You can print anything these days. I would need to see it on a public database for me to believe it. I mean, Rob is now a proven liar. So just because she pulls a piece of paper out of her purse doesn't mean anything.
And speaking of being fired, this is some confirmed tea. Nene from the Real Housewives of Dubai, she was fired. Well, she's not coming back, but she's fired, unfortunately. I liked her, like the French fry girl. That is not Sarah, y'all. Like so many people were confusing the two of them.
And that's why she was fired.
But no word on Sarah or anybody else. But Nene says she's not coming back. What sucks is she was a billionaire.
That's why she's not coming back.
Well, I think she wanted to come back. Like they all want to come back. It's just like, do they want them back?
I think there's also a mix of I'm a billionaire. I don't necessarily have to do this. It's kind of fun, but I also have like an empire to actually run. Like she has an actual job. It's not like Lisa Vanderpump where, oh, you've got a couple of restaurants. You've got $1 billion industry to run. You're in charge of people's livelihoods.
That's not her business. Her husband is the billionaire. She's a housewife.
I thought she was a billionaire.
No, but she's a billionaire by proxy.
No. Divorce court will school you on that. You may not.
I mean, I'm sure
I
she's
thought she was when you say she is a billionaire, I think she is the billionaire. Being a billionaire and being married to a billionaire are two very different things. That's like saying my husband is a comedian because I'm a comedian.
No, what's mine is theirs, and what's theirs is mine.
Okay, but that's like saying Beyonce is a damn near billionaire, right? Yes, she is married to a billionaire, but she has her own money. That's what I thought you meant.
No, like she's a billionaire because she's married to a billionaire. That's what I think. I mean, y'all let me know below. Because I think if I'm married to Jeff Bezos, I'm a billionaire.
I mean, I will say Ashley even said, my husband's a millionaire. She never said I'm a
I guess semantics, whatever. Either way, we ain't seeing Nene no more. They start filming Dubai February 13th, Beverly Hills on the 14th. I mean, hopefully they get Dubai together, because if you're taking off like the people that make the show authentic, it's just going to be transplants. Like if they take Sarah off, I'm just like, y'all got to get somebody that's Middle Eastern on the show. It just can't be like this, like 3 Black women and a white lady.
I could see why the local culture is like, nah, that's not for us. Y'all have fun though. Y'all have fun. Film it. We ain't doing that.
Well, talking about Dubai, it just made me think of that Beyonce performance. And oh, what a week since the Renaissance tour announcement. And y'all know I have a whole segment about this, so gird your loins. He's getting ready for me to sound off on this too. But let's get no, ain't no best fiends. We talking about this. But we're going to hear from a word from our sponsors real quick.
It is already February 3rd. I can't believe it. Q1 is flying by. 2023, it's here. And so are your business needs. And Stamps.com can help you with those mailing and shipping needs right from your home printer. Postage rates are going up along with everything else, including gas. But you can save on both with Stamps.com. You can save up to 84% off USPS and UPS shipping, and you save on gas by not having to go to the post office. For 25 years, Stamps.com has been indispensable for over 1 million businesses. With UPS services and USPS shipping services, you can run your business right from your computer anytime. You don't have to worry about the post office being open or running out and waiting in line. Use Stamps.com to print postage wherever you do business. All you need is your computer and your printer. You can even schedule package pickup through your Stamps.com dashboard. Set your business up for success when you get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up with promo code ROAST for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter code ROAST.
So like I said in last week's episode, the Beyonce tour is on sale. They were announced February 1st. I was in the cold when this happened, and I stopped dead in the street. Like just to see like where they're going. Turns out the tour for New York is going to be on my birthday, which is, you know, another blessing. These tickets are going to be so hard. Like I'm not looking forward to it ever when Beyonce tickets go on sale. The demand is higher than the supply for the tickets. So they're doing this whole Willy Wonka shit where it's like, it's a lottery. So where you have to register like as a fan or, you know, on the city registration, whoever the hell has a city card. Do you have a city card?
No.
No one does. Do you have Verizon?
I do have Verizon.
We need to talk after this.
Is there a Verizon? I got all the Verizon. I got Verizon home internet too.
There's an early registration for Verizon users.
Oh.
Yeah. So I may need your help. Or if you just want to go yourself, that's fine too.
I'll just give you the password. Do what you need to do.
Okay. He's such a good friend, y'all. Anyway, the internet went into a tizzy, of course. The tickets already went on sale in London. She added more dates. It all doesn't matter if you don't make the registration list. Like if you do, then you get to buy a ticket. If not, they put you on a waiting list. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'll find out, what's today, Friday? I'll find out Sunday.
All the people you don't know somebody with some pull.
I'm using every access I have, but right now, so far, it's all in Ticketmaster's hands. I mean, this has gotten so big that Congress is involved. And they're watching Ticketmaster. They're actually putting caps on Ticketmaster where you can't even resell them higher than what you got them for, which I think that's really good.
That's what it should be.
I've seen her 12 times, and I gotta say, every time has been hard, but this one is going to be the hardest. I will say, though, can we please stop posting these incorrect numbers for how much the concerts are, like the ticket prices? There are no $3,000 nosebleed seats. Whatever you're seeing is on Vivid Seats, a third-party website. If you don't see it on Ticketmaster, that is not the face value price. The face value price is from, I want to say, $80 to $250. Now, the reason why the VIP packages are expensive is because they can't sell a ticket for over a certain amount. If they do, then they have to add bells and whistles to it. So then they can say, oh, you can pay $1,000 for this, $600 for that.
How much is the VIP Club Renaissance package? Because that's where you're going to be. Because you're going to be looking right up at her.
My budget, I'm not saying my budget on here, but I'm prepared to a trip to Hawaii, basically. That's my budget. I'm going to make sure I'm in there. Whether it's going to be charging to the game or, OnlyFans. Look, I'm going to be in there. I will show hole for Beyonce. I'm probably going to edit that out. But yeah, I will keep y'all posted. I'll find out Sunday if I get my registration. I have 4 other friends who volunteered too. So, I put my war paint on. I am ready to get in there.
Well, if I can help with the pre-registration, I will be more than happy to. I would only go if I could do Club Renaissance. I would only go if I'm going to be in the inner circle with the private bathroom and the free bar.
Well, it's a cash bar. They give you 2 free drink tickets.
As well, she better be on time then.
Beyonce's actually usually on time, though. She's good with that. Mariah, that's the person you got to watch out for. Lauryn Hill, she might not even go. She might not go.
Lauryn Hill will walk past a concert with her own marquee, and she'll say, I'm not going to that.
So this is what Ticketmaster said after I registered. These 7 shows have been added to help as many concert goers get tickets as possible. Fan demand already exceeds the number of tickets available by more than 800% based on the registration numbers in the Group A cities. This is from Ticketmaster. I just hate this process so much, but we will see. Congratulations to our London watchers. If you got a ticket, to those who are in Paris, they went on sale today. So may the odds be in your favor.
I hope I don't have to go through this to get my side A tickets.
Probably not. I miss the days where it's just look, I could go up to the venue and then buy it. It's first come, first serve. Ain't no internet, computers. You have to sleep outside for it. Because back in my day, in 2001, we slept outside the Superdome to see Britney Spears.
Those were the days.
Right.
I feel like this Sade tour is going to be like my Beyonce. I'm already gearing up and the new music hasn't even come out yet.
Speaking of older acts, did you see that Smokey Robinson came out with an album called
Gasms? Yes. And had a song called I Fit In There.
He knew what he was doing.
I mean, it's what he's been doing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to say Stevie Wonder. Smokey Robinson is a cat daddy.
Yes.
Lionel Richie is a cat daddy.
And they still look good.
Ronald Isley, another cat daddy. Those 3.
They've been cat daddies forever. They like Morgan Freeman. They were just born 45. They were born in Stacey Adams and pinstripes.
I want to say they're all in their 70s and probably have a girlfriend our age.
Probably younger.
Right. Oh, so back to Beyonce. The Grammys are this weekend, y'all. And Beyonce is officially going to be there. It's confirmed, but no performance yet. There may be a surprise performance, but everyone is looking at the Album of the Year category. So if she does not win, there will be pitchforks in the street. Like, there have been so many publications, so many media outlets saying that this is the Album of the Year. So the Grammys, if they want their credibility, y'all, she better win. And I'm going to sweeten this too. So Grammy night, please hit up my channel. I'm going to go live during the Album of the Year announcement to film my reaction. So it's either going to be me crying and bawling, or it's going to be me tearing my flat screen off my wall.
Just the Album of the Year category.
Yeah, like that's the main one of the night.
That's at the end.
The very end. So I'll do like the last 20 minutes or whatever, and then we'll see what happens.
It's so interesting to live out here and have these award shows come on in like real time rather than like at night in New York. I'll peep at them too.
It's crazy that the tickets go on sale the day after the Grammys.
The tickets go on sale in the US?
Yes.
Oh, the day after the Grammy. She making sure everybody got their tax money ready.
I was like, bitch, what rent money?
What car note?
Right.
Insurance.
And she told us all to quit our jobs.
Yep. With these high tickets.
Exactly. But we shall see if my soul will be broken that night.
I want to do a remix called You Can't Afford to Go. You Can't Afford to Go.
You need to hurry up and release that now.
I checked my account. Balance was below.
So enough with the Beyonce talk. Let's get back to Housewives. So 2 nights ago, it was announced that Mary Cosby will be returning to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City in a friend of capacity.
Talk about desperate. And sadly, that means Meredith Marks is staying because she's her connection.
Right. Well, all 4 of them are confirmed to come back. Lisa, Heather, Whitney, and Meredith.
They can't find anybody out there to cast. The city is boring. Bravo, it's time to put it out to pasture.
For them to get cast members, they're either bigots or boring.
And now they realize, oh, we have to dig into this because we don't want another Jenny situation.
And they're too proud to end the show because they don't want to end 2 franchises.
Back to back, damn near.
Right.
And kind of for the same reason, because Dallas was bigotry too.
To bring Mary back, high desperation. I mean, did people forget what happened? Like what she said? A lot of Black people are excited about it.
I mean, they're excited because they forget, like she said, racist stuff about Mexicans. She said, or prejudice, I'm sorry. She said prejudice stuff about Mexicans. Either way, it still doesn't fly. I don't think Mary should come back. I think she's going to quickly remind us she is in the raccoon family. All kinfolk ain't kinfolk, and that she is an embarrassment, a token embarrassment. I mean, those ratty, greasy wigs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at least we'll just see her at events. We won't see her home life. Her grandpapa, well, her grand husband won't be on there.
I'm not looking forward to it, but I feel like this series is really on its last leg. Even with her coming back as a friend, the 4 of them have nothing to talk about and nothing that we're interested in. Jen was kind of the glue with her antics, and now she's in jail. Prison.
And speaking of prison, Tom Girardi, old ass, might be going to prison.
Mm-hmm. Indicted for allegedly embezzling more than $15 million from clients. He was charged with 5 counts of wire fraud, according to the indictment.
And he's facing 20 years in prison?
Yep. He's facing 20 years behind bars. Now, he ain't gonna make 20 years, and he's already using his coup defense.
Yeah, he's 83 years old.
He got away with it, sadly. And what's really upsetting is the money has been pissed away and the victims will never be made whole.
Right. And they're bothering Erica. She hasn't been indicted on anything, so she's fine, but she's still just like, I don't know. It just seems like she don't care.
She doesn't care at all. I mean, she was definitely drug into somebody else's crime. Like, imagine being forced to be a part of somebody's crime where you had no idea. That's pretty upsetting, but you've got to be like, okay, well, I guess I should give up these $2 million earrings I don't really need.
No idea.
And I barely know what I do when I go to work all day. You think I'm going to be able to keep up with my husband?
I mean, what was she doing all day?
Shopping.
Clearly with stolen money.
If I was married to that kind of money, do you know what I would do every day?
Eat and shop?
Yes. And play with my dogs.
That's a nice life. Too bad she don't have that no more.
She'll find some other sucker.
He's scheduled to be in court this Monday.
I mean, we already know this is going to flop out at the competency hearing.
I get it. Like, watch he die before he even go to prison.
Netflix tried to put an end to password sharing, and the audience is saying no.
I didn't really need Netflix anyway. Ain't nothing on there that I want to watch. I'm gonna hurry up and finish Bling Empire New York. I have one more episode to go, and I'm done with them.
Yeah, other than like Bling Empire, they have some cute flash in the pan movies. They will come out at least once a quarter with one movie on like a Friday or a Saturday that I'm like, I don't have anything to do. And it's a perfect, like, heat up some store-bought take and bake pizza and watch a movie while you file your nails and maybe do a couple loads of laundry. They do come out with movies that are good for that. But that's only once a quarter. So yeah, it's like maybe they'll have two shows on where I'm like, okay, I'll watch Netflix for 6 months. But then the other time, maybe I just need to use somebody's password to check out maybe one or two movies. Yeah, we people don't need it all the time. Like HBO, people will get HBO for Game of Thrones and Insecure, and then they will cut it off for the rest of the year. Y'all wanted to charge us monthly. Well, now we're deciding what month we want you. You don't get our money all year long unless you're giving us all year long content. You got 2 months of cute shows, you're getting 2 months of cute payment. How about that?
Well, honestly, I watch HBO Max more than Netflix. I watch Disney Plus more than Netflix. Hell, Hulu. So really, I'm not going to really miss it. And I'm thinking, what's the only thing I pay for? I only pay for Disney Plus.
I was going to say, and then define a household.
I mean, it's capitalism. They're being greedy. They should have just left it how it was. We'll see how long that lasts.
Also, they've reached saturation. Everybody has had or currently has Netflix. If you don't have it, it's because you don't want it. It's okay, well, I've seen everything on there. When Netflix first came on, it was like one of the only streaming games in town. Now everybody that has a label like Paramount is coming out with their own service like Peacock, where it's like, oh, we're taking our catalog back. But then you've got YouTube, you've got Tubi, you've got TikTok. And then also you can go outside and do something and not be in front of a screen. Oh, imagine that. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's easy to be your best when you're feeling your best. But what happens when you're not feeling your best? Well, working with a therapist can help you through those moments so you can get back to your best self. Because when you're empowered, when you have the tools to deal with anything, you can take on everything. I know I've benefited from BetterHelp because it helped me through my move. It helped me through dealing with the grief and the guilt of Pete's death. And it also helped me form better habits about my own procrastination. It was very easy to sign up. I simply chose which therapist I needed based upon what my needs were, and they had me in contact with the therapist in under 48 hours. So if you're thinking of giving therapy a try and you don't necessarily want to wait in uncomfortable waiting rooms or leave the house, BetterHelp is wonderful therapy you can get from the comfort of your couch. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire and they match you with a licensed therapist very quickly.
So if you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/roast today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/roast.
I have an update on a story that actually broke 5 days and 5 years ago. Sisters, is back in the news. Apparently, the court will give him no further extensions to file his appeal. Girl, you really wasted money on an appeal?
What was the sentence? Like he got right out of jail. He did everything. I mean, instead of the restitution, and that's it. So what else is there to what is there to appeal?
I guess he's appealing the verdict. He wants to be found innocent. That's never going to happen because you did it. And the more you cling to this, the more you don't seem mentally stable. The fact that you had to sell your house in Los Angeles and this is what you're pissing your money away on, I think you need a conservatorship.
I just want him to let it go. Just let it go. Focus on, whoever will give you a seat at the table, at their table, and just move on with your life. He's going to take that to his grave.
And it might be an early grave. You keep farting around, you're going to catch a heart attack behind this mess. He is stressing himself out. And finally, extensions for an appeal. You ain't got enough money to put cheese on a Whopper. Your movie on BET flopped. And you out here wasting good money on litigation you gonna lose?
I don't know what to say. I wasn't thinking about Jussie Smollett. What if he was on the Real WeHo Gay show?
Well, he can't be because he sold his house. Oh, God, him and Todrick, that would be quite a pair. Quite a pair. I think they probably did reach out to him and he said no because he thinks he's above it.
I don't think he would have been on that show. I was just kidding, but nah, he wouldn't.
He thinks he's above it.
He also thinks he's a good singer and a good actor. Clearly, he wasn't a good actor because he couldn't sell that story to Robin Roberts. Just saying. So we have an update on Wendy Williams. Allegedly, people are concerned that her podcast may never launch as she remains sad and isolated in her New York City penthouse. So according to the Jasmine brand, a source close to the former daytime talk show host has expressed concern about her behavior. She's no longer interacting with any of her friends, according to an insider. Wendy Williams has recently started reaching out to her circle to meet up, but she's acting like all this time hasn't passed, says it's this out of the blue call with no update on how she is. When you finally do get her to give you an update about how she's been, she goes off into these tangents about being single, looking for love, and all this other stuff. They say she never discusses the project she's allegedly working on. I don't know. I need her to be in the right space to start something. So, look, you know how much she would have been thriving during all this news and all these headlines?
I know. And she could have been doing it from home. So many other people are. I think the problem is the black walls in her apartment. She got to get rid of them black walls. It's bad juju.
And I swear it's just a 2-hour commitment. She could just do a weekly thing. It don't even got to be a daily show.
For real, she could do weekly hot topics, come in a smooth 30 minutes to an hour, 45, have the ad drop. She ain't even got to read them. She can do the plug and play.
She can even get Norman to help her out.
Thought Norman was working for Sherry.
Oh, yeah.
Norman said, bump this, I'm keeping a job.
Yes.
I'm going to let that ship sink.
That is true. Why would you leave a sure thing to a sinking ship?
Also, maybe, Wendy, it's just time to retire. Enjoy your millions. Enjoy your life. Stop worrying about it. You have worried about public opinion, public news, pop culture for so many years. Give your brain a break. It seems like it needs one.
Does she have access to her money yet?
I'm sure she...
I didn't mean to laugh at that. I'm sorry.
I'm sure that she is able to spend what she needs to have herself comfortable. They probably ain't gonna let her buy other people Lamborghinis, but if she wants to go on a nice vacation, they shouldn't deny her that. It's her money. She can afford to go.
I also love how these blogs, they put these concerning pictures whenever it's a brooding story. They couldn't just put her smiling on the chair. They had to make her look concerned.
I mean, it's Wendy concerned for Wendy. It's what she would do.
I feel like we're more concerned for Wendy than she is for her damn self.
True.
So Tamar Braxton and Jessie Woo, your face. Tamar Braxton and Jessie Woo becomes newest hosts of Dish Nation.
I'm happy for them both. Jessie Wu has been kicking around for a minute. I remember when she was on Love and Hip Hop, and she is why we have the song beat my ass. I want you to whoop. I want you to kick. I want you to baby, beat my ass. Because she's saying beat my ass on Love and Hip Hop, and that's where the song came from. So congratulations to them both. I feel like that is a perfect place for Tamar's smart mouth.
Yes, for her to be messy. She needs a platform so she could be messy.
And she is very messy. I liked her on The Surreal World, though. The Surreal Life. The Surreal Life. I saw episodes of that. The one where August Alsina, peeped his head out the closet and then pulled it back in. It's like, honey, you were with Jada. We know you're taking it up the tush.
I didn't even know Portia quit Dish Nation.
Oh, I have a question for the chat. How long do you think Jada's dildo is? 6, 7, or 8 inches? Put your guesses in the chat, please.
But congrats to them on getting a job, because I know Tamar needs one.
True. In more reality show news, Sylvester Stallone and his wife and their children land a reality show months after reconciling their marriage. Do we want to see them? I mean, Sylvester Stallone does have A-list money. We are going to see wealth. We are going to see real A-list Hollywood money. I would love Sharon Stone to do a reality show, actually.
We know. From the last episode, we know. I think a lot of people want to copy that Kardashian template where they have a really rich family. I think that's missing on regular TV because, they went to Hulu now for their little 9-figure deal or whatever. I don't watch it, but I can see why so many people are jumping on that wagon because it's a space opening for like a Osbournes type show.
That's true, and that did kind of catapult. I mean, what's her name?
Sharon,
and then what? The little paunchy girl.
Oh, Kelly Osbourne.
Yeah, the homely one. She was able to get a career off of that too. I forgot all about Tell Me, Cheryl.
Tell me, Cheryl. Tell me. Yeah. Me. You gotta reach for it.
We gotta work on something for Halloween because that witch voice is so.
All right. Me. Anyway, I'm gonna stop doing that.
Oh my God.
Speaking of shows, are you going to be watching the SWV and Escape reality?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, I watched the SWV, both their shows when they were on WeTV. I love SWV. I love all of them. I don't know why I love them so much. They feel like family to me. They are my favorite girl group.
So they'll be coming in a few weeks. I'm guessing March 5th, I believe, to take place of Potomac spot.
I'm looking forward to it, but it's really sad they didn't pick up Pose Atlanta because that would have been the perfect little power hour.
Well, it still has Candy.
That's true. I mean, Candy, I'll be interested to see what she's like on this show because we've seen what she is on Housewives, but she gets a little spicier when she gets with the group.
Because she don't like them girls. I'm kidding. I mean, I'm sure she likes one of the sisters.
Yeah.
Candy, someone said Candy has her own cinematic universe for Bravo. How many spinoffs she's had?
A little bit. And Nene's only had one.
Right, and Nene was hating on her. How you hate it from outside the club?
I mean, hell, even Kim Zolciak kept it going for 7 seasons. I mean, she did it off racism, but still she did it.
Yeah, she was hating outside the club, but it was at the Breakfast Club.
Oh, she was hating at the Breakfast Club. She was saying that these shows are starless. Well, honey, where's your platform to shine on? You happen from WeTV to BET to Breakfast Club. Nobody's locked you down yet. You're a star without a galaxy. You're a reality star, darling. You're not a television star. I mean, your memes are beginning to fade out and be phased out. You are the past. You had a great moment and you will always be in history, but that's kind of where you are now. History.
She's so bitter. Like, the thing is, like, I get it. You mad at the network, but I think she bumbled her own bag personally.
Utterly and completely. She bit the hand that fed her. You look two-faced. You wanted to rail against Bravo about racism, but you also worked with them for over a decade. So which is true? Both can be true, but it's just coming from you, it seems inauthentic.
Yeah, she's constantly contradicted herself. And she says she's so much for Black women, but she hates on Candy, one of the most successful Black women at Bravo. And then she had a dig at Ebony K. Williams when they was asking her, like, oh, well, do you watch New York? And do you know Ebony? She was like, no. And then
who is that?
Exactly. And we know Nene is a liar. So Ebony K. Williams, and you know what? Messy ass Charlemagne and DJ Envy, they are some messy bottoms. They knew they were going to have Ebony K on right after Nene. They get their schedules in advance of who's going to go on their show. They set her up. And Nene, she thinks she's smart, but she's not. You're not smart.
Especially to go up with a legal eagle like Ebony K. Williams. You know she is going to have the arguments ready for the court with Exhibit A through Exhibit Z, opening and closing arguments all prepared.
And she did. She has a whole conversation on Instagram with Nene. Nene hitting her up.
And Nene cited her in her lawsuit, but you don't know her. Ebony came with a full binder.
But again, Nene's for Black women. She is just so self-serving. It's hard to root for her. It really is.
She's just got her head up her butt, her ass on her shoulders.
She's the Azealia Banks of reality TV. You'll never work in this town again.
And now with all the girls' trip jobs going on, I mean, even Phaedra's wormed her way back into the network.
You see, they calling Alex McCord, they're calling all the old people to get checks.
And meanwhile, you going to WeTV making pennies on the dollar. Because I'm sorry, you can say what you want about them networks, but Bravo pays.
She will never get a $3 million check again.
I don't even see VH1 throwing her money like that. I mean, BET is part of Viacom, but we know she ain't make that much for College Hill. First, I can't believe it. I can't believe it, but, and you are my witness, you all are my witnesses, I am right. I said every time Beyonce does something, the little gnat known as carry my bags to the Hilton also peeps her head out of obscurity. Carrie Hilson's new album may finally drop this year. Really? Beyonce is going on tour. You need to go back to whatever groundhog hole you came out of. I know it's February 3rd. You just had your day. Carrie Hilson Day was yesterday. She just had her day. That don't mean you get to come out and walk amongst the people. You get your effing self back in that hole. You go right back where you've been hiding, Carrie Hilson. We don't want to see you until the tour is over. And I don't even like Beyonce like that. But you go right back in your groundhog hole. I'm not having it.
I don't know her.
But I said every time Beyonce comes out, Carrie got to come out.
I will say the timing is suspicious. Girl, really? You had all this time to announce an album.
You haven't come out with an album in over 15 years. There are children about to go to college that don't know what a Carrie Hilson album is. Your music is from before the iPhone.
Let me just check just to make double sure, because her last studio album was No Boys Allowed, December 21st, 2010.
So 13 years without new music. But now that Beyonce's on tour and we're still waiting for her visual, she ain't even come out with her visual yet. And you trying to just pop up like Candy Burris in the You and That Booty video.
She still has fans.
You know what? You have a fan in your house too when you bought that Beyonce Renaissance one that's got the pretty little horse on it. Maybe
Yeah.
we should send her one of those so that way she'll have a fan too.
Oh
And
man.
do you have fans after 13 years of no music? 13 years. We haven't heard a not a I have come out with more music in the past 13 years than she has. I have more people asking me for it now.
Look, I'm not dragging her, y'all. That is all him, not me. I'm like, Carrie is talented. I'm sure she can still, hold a good note. Her pen is everything I hear. Let's just see what happens. It might go wood, but if she wants to create art, let her.
I just don't think it's fair that she wastes time in the studio when there are people that could actually record good music. But I mean, hey.
Like, watch Beyonce release her visual, like right after she wins Album of the Year. She's gonna take up all summer with that. So, Carrie, where's your block? Where's your block?
It's nowhere. It's where it's been for the past 13 years. It's been eclipsed.
Well,
when you have people driving by you, throwing Beyonce CDs at you out the window, it's time to hang it up.
Speaking of which, hasn't it been wonderful not hearing a peep from Nicki Minaj?
Oh my God.
You see how peaceful it is on social media?
I don't know. Whatever she's doing, I want her to keep doing it.
Let's not say her name 3 times.
I know, but it's been wonderful. And you see, are we dragging her? No, because she's not doing anything worth dragging. If you come out with music, we ain't gonna say nothing. It's when you attack other people and sick your barbs. And I think also the barbs is getting tired. They're getting old, like her. We're all in our 40s now. The jig is up.
A 40-year-old Barb. I don't even want to think about that.
Ooh, don't even sound right.
Right. Like, I can't. But with that, y'all, that was our show. I will see you sooner than Beyonce wins that Album of the Year.
And I'll see you sooner than Carrie Hilson wins anything.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.